Welcome to Tiny Joy's Nails by Irina. I'm glad you stopping by. In this video, we will swatch this awesome little collection that I got from Temu and this mini Amazon haul. Temu haul, swatching CJE's Macaron collection. And starting with a base coat, I'm just gonna see how the base coat behaves just on one swatch. I'm not gonna put it on every swatch. It's very nice. I like it so far. It's very thin. So I've been loving me some thin polishes lately, because I'm finding with thicker polishes, when I'm working on a press on nails, it makes the tip sometimes too bulky, and I'm not big fan of that. Okay, so we love how the polish applied. All right, let's see. I cooked it. Well, it's sticky, so it's got like a proper residue. Let's go into our collection, Macaroons by CJE, number 1. Ooh, I would call this guy a tangerine. It's a jelly collection. I bought myself from Temu a first set of TJE collection, and I really love this. So I decided I'm gonna get me some more. I love their packaging. I mean, like, it is aesthetically, it's not my style in a sense. It's quite rather simple. I don't know. But practically, they actually really nice. The brush is very nice. The handle is very nice. So practically wise, they are better than some higher end brands that I've been trying packaging wise. Like, okay, number 2, it's quite bright yellow, so lovely. And we go into this beautiful green now. Ooh, that's a nice green. Go into a baby blue, and the reason I've been swatching mine on kind of natural stone, natural color, cook it, it's because I've been putting a lot of milky whites on my tips. I really love the look, so I decided instead of going with the clear, I wanted a bone color swatches. Obviously jellies will be benefiting from the see-through swatch to indicate that they jelly, but sometimes you need to know how they're gonna look when they're not transparent. Okay, so this is amazing. That's very bright blue. So that's number 6. If I wasn't lazy, I would, guys, look at every color and translate it, because they are named. You have every color has a name. So if you take a picture of a label, it'll give you a name. So it's a very good collection. I'm really loving this. And I've been really enjoying using these colors. Ooh, look at this guy. Hello. Okay, now cook it. So second coat for this, guys. Okay, cook it. Maybe I flip it over for self-leveling a little bit. That's quite beautiful collection here. And here is the collection. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Beautiful colors. Very happy with this collection. Okay, so this guy goes to cook. And now let's give a try to the top coat. I also got this Russian matte top coat to see how that compares. Russian matte top coat, in explanation, in description for that, was saying that it's specially designed for chrome work. Looks very nice. I like the consistency of a thinner top coat. We'll see how this works for the shine. I'm cooking it at full power at 60, and we'll see. I actually need to do experiment and see how much it yellows, because my problem with Nice Deco, which I love that company, it's a hemoth-free. You can get it on Amazon, and it's not but the top coat yellows, and it's very thick. So of course it's got its purposes, but if you're looking for a brilliant white finish, having top coat yellow on you is really annoying. So we'll see how this one turns out. Perfectly shiny, so I'm very happy with this. And finished swatched macarons collection by CJE. Let's compare Nice Deco wipe, non-wipe, and CJE. How I was saying that Nice Deco yellows, so let's see what these guys compare like. How much thicker the Nice Deco is, which is like there is a purpose for each and every one. So sometimes you need a thicker, sometimes you need thinner. Okay, I'm gonna cook them at the same intensity. Okay, and here it is cooked, and you can see that Nice Deco yellows slightly bit more than this guy. This guy stayed quite clear. There's no yellow cast that I could see. So I'm gonna drop another big dollop on stay and cook it again. Cook it at full intensity again. Okay, and here's the verdict. They both yellowed, but Nice Deco yellowed more when they were cooked twice. On to the next purchase. This one is from Amazon, rubber base. In my dried flower encapsulation 3 ways video, I discovered that I love using Nice Deco's rubber base for encapsulating dried flowers. It's quite opaque. I mean, like, it is a rubber base, so they all kind of share, but I didn't warm it up or anything. And it's a very nice consistency and self-leveling perfectly. Swatch one. We'll see how much it yellows. Again, let's swatch this beautiful pink. It's a perfect little pink color. I'm gonna use that as a base quite a bit. Let it self-level for a sec. And this gorgeous color is jelly. Really, really light jelly, because it's very, very transparent. Oh, here's our white out. These guys can go in. Let's see how our white is holding up. Yeah, it yellowed ever so touchily. I see, just a slight yellowing, but actually not as bad as I've seen some whites want to yellow. So we're satisfied with that. Let's top coat these guys. And here they are swatched. And look at the difference. So this is the color. Okay, and this is the same color on a pig swatch. Both are one coat. And this is how it looks on the tab. So that's why it's very important to swatch your collections, right? And these pinks are also different. So even though I bought 55,000 pinks, they're all different. So absolutely, if they're different, they justified being in the collection. So this is a rubber gel. So one coat clear, one coat on opaque. Like you wouldn't even know this came out of the same bottle, right? Like so, this bone color swatch is actually closest to what your natural nail will look like, the end of it. Or white rubber gel, and it's quite sheer. And this one coat, so you can see that it's practically invisible on this bone colored swatch stick. And I also was very curious about the Macaron collection, whether or not it's going to stay cloudy or it's going to be very clear and transparent. I wasn't sure if it was milky because you can't determine that by opaque swatch. So it is very clear and not milky. Quickly to show you comparison on different swatches of this Macaron collection. So this is on clear swatches, and this is one coat on clear swatch and two coats on opaque bone colored swatch. It would be quite important to see how the same color looks on different opacity swatches. Obviously, your nail never gonna be transparent like this swatches unless you have a extension built out of a clear gel or the press-on tips. But it's a very lovely collection, and I'm very happy that it is in my library. And in this summer, I will use this a lot. This macaron collection also comes with this magnetic gel, and I just wanted, because it's such a gray color, I wanted to see how it actually will work with such a beautiful glass collection. It's called Summer Ice Glass. There's two names on Temu, how they show that collection, how they advertise that collection. But here is the two colors. I wanted to really see how it's going to be with the blue on top of it. So I did one coat of that magnetic, and I'm gonna do one coat of that jelly, and it's beautiful. It works. The cloudiness doesn't really take away from the experience here. So that's a gorgeous color. Let's show it against white. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna cook this one. Let's do another one. I want to see how it's then going to look under the yellow. So that is one tool that I also got in my other Temu haul or video that's going up. If you like a velvet finish, this magnet is a must. You see how easy this is? While we're waiting for this, let's look at these dried flowers that I also got, because I did this nail set with dried flowers how to, and I discovered a lot of tips of how to use this. So I decided that I need many more flowers, and I bought this one, and I hydrate them. I couldn't decide if these guys were real or not. So the way I found out is that I had to rip this leaf apart after I rehydrated a little bit, and I am here to tell you it is real. So the way I hydrate my flowers now, just slightly bit, is I take 2 wet makeup sponges and I just go squish, squish, squish. And they just become ever so more pliable to manipulate when you want to encapsulate them. So I have a video of how to dry flowers while I'm doing a nice spring summer set from my video series Mason Terra, and so go check that out. So then I thought, oh, this collection is so bright and beautiful. I just needed more dried flowers, and here I got some beautiful, gorgeous flowers, dried flowers to go with this collection also. All right, so here's our blue, all cooked. Isn't it gorgeous? Then now see how it works with the yellow. Oh yeah, even with the yellow maybe loses slight brightness and becomes of a deeper because of the gray, but it's still yellow and it's a beautiful color. So you can build up that color with a couple of coats if you must. Yeah. So this collection is so affordable. Here she look at this. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. So I paid $22 for this entire collection. So here they are with the gel and with the this is how they look, one coat, and this is one coat with magnetic. They're gorgeous. So it affects the color ever so slightly, but I wouldn't say it loses the brightness. It shifts definitely into a deeper tone. Okay, and this is how they would look if they were on a white jelly. Yeah, I actually highly recommend. If you're on a budget and you can't afford a nice fancy Korean gels and you're not fussy about packaging not being your style or the style the Korean gels usually come into, this collection comes with 8 glass colors and 1 magnetic, and they are brilliant, fun summer collection. I definitely will play a lot with this. Now, before reels finished again, make sure you take time for your tiny joy. Thanks for stopping by and check out my next video. Doodles!